Shabbat Shalom.
I don't know if this is working. There we go. That's now. Okay, good. Okay, who's freezing? Oh yeah. Okay, it's so cold in here. We're gonna heat ourselves up with joyous music and prayer. How about that? I'm Rabbi Jessica Graff, joined by Cantor Toby Glaser, and all of you here in our beautiful sanctuary. I'm really happy that we're here together, even though it's cold. Please say hello to the people around you and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Okay, perfect. So is anybody here for the very first time? Do we have any visitors who've never? Aha! Will you please? Oh, wonderful. Well, welcome to all of our visitors. Will you please stand up and tell us loudly where you're visiting from and what your names are?
Okay, we are coming from Walnut Creek.
Great.
Yes.
Walnut Creek. And what's your name?
Esther. My name is Esther.
Esther.
And so I am originally from Turkey, Istanbul.
Wow.
And 35 years ago, I came here because my sons were here. They came to Berkeley to study, and they didn't want to come back to Turkey, so I said, let's go. So we lived here for 35 years. I'm here. And I think we will do something in April, some Sephardic music or something. And I wanted to see first where is it, how we will do with the Peter and another group also. Music and Sephardic food and all those things.
Wonderful. Peter is putting together a Sephardic music a concert here. So we're very excited and glad you could come and be with us
I will
tonight.
be in charge with the cooking.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, welcome. Welcome.
My
We're
husband is here with me also.
great. And what's your name?
Abraham.
All right. Well, welcome. Very biblical. I love it. Welcome. We're happy.
Not Esther and Mordecai.
We're very happy to have you. Welcome. And please.
Howard Friedman, and this is my wife, Velda Friedman, and these are the officials, Ed and Donna and Catherine. And we're from Southern California, Yucaipa, a small little town, and Highland, California.
Okay. And what brings you here tonight?
So my son's girlfriend is in a play downtown San Bernardino that she wrote and is going to star in, and so we're here to enjoy that.
Fabulous. Well, so glad that you joined us for Shabbat. Welcome. Great. Anybody else here for the first time? I don't think so. Okay, good. Well, anybody here who hasn't been here in a long time? Maybe? Hi, Nia. Anybody else not been here in a long time? An especially big welcome if you are coming back after a while away. So we have somebody who used to be here a lot and now comes occasionally. You want to introduce yourself? Maybe not everybody knows you.
I grew up here.
Well, welcome home.
Yes.
There are three, right? Generations of your family here. Lots of family members around, including Zach, who makes all the tech go for us, along with Peter. So, welcome home.
I think this is the first time I'm seeing Max, and it was there was a rumor going around that I thought he was made up, and it's good to see him in the flesh. Here he is.
Not
Hi.
Snuffleupagus. Exactly. Welcome home. Welcome home. I would like to invite Diane Fellman, who is the chair of the Hills of Eternity Board, to welcome you also on Shabbat. Hills of Eternity is our very beautiful cemetery that belongs to Congregation Sherith Israel, and that is our, can I say home away from home? No. Okay, our resting place away from home. Yes, very.
End of the road.
Our
Shabbat
beautiful
shalom.
other place. Shabbat shalom.
Welcome to Congregation Sherith Israel, and it's great to see all the kids here, if it's okay if I call you kids. And I just wanted to share with you that I wrote the date down today, and I cannot believe it's the end of January 2023. And one thing I like about coming here, we're frequent flyers. My husband, Alan Mervis, works the door and passes out the books. And one thing I really, really like about coming here is it gives us a moment and a space to pause and to reflect and to just put away whatever mishigas is going on during the week. So I'm looking forward to having that experience tonight with Jessica and Cantor Toby, Rabbi Jessica. And I hope that whatever you're here for, the synagogue provides to you. And I also want to say, we were just in New York and we went to Shabbat services at Central Synagogue, the huge synagogue. And Jessica, your greeting was so warm and welcoming today. And even in this huge synagogue that was having like all these people because it was Martin Luther King weekend, the community there welcomed us and invited us to come to their special program. And of course, the person we talked to was from Fresno, California, where, you know, next to where Alan grew up in Visalia. So it's always, always important to feel that sense of community wherever we go around the world as Jews.
That's so nice. I wish I had known you were going to be at Central. I would have introduced you to a couple of people there. Shabbat Shalom. It is really nice to be able to travel the world over and join one of our communities wherever you find yourself on Friday night, like you guys coming here. So we will continue with the lighting of Shabbat candles.
Yes, let's invite Nia Taylor to come light candles for us.
It's required in here tonight. It's cold.
Warm yourself with the Shabbat lights. We miss you in the office, but it's great to have you here in the sanctuary. There we go.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
We'll continue on page 12 of our Sidurim with Lechu Neranena.
This is setting by Joey Weisenberg. We haven't done it in a little while. Lechu Neranena l'Adonai Nahariya Letzur Yeshenu Nekadma Fanav Betodah Bezmirot Nahariya Lo Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Yadai Dai Dai Yadai Dai Dai Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Yadai Dai Dai Yadai Dai Dai Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Dai 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 Yadai Yadai Dai Dai Yadai Dai Dai Dai. One more time. Lechu Neranena. Lechu Neranena l'Adonai Nahariya Letzur Yeshenu Nekadma Fanav Betodah Bezmirot yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada yada dai dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada. Yeah, die, 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 last time. Die, 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 yeah, die, 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 die. Yeah, die, 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 die. Yeah, die, 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 yeah, die. Yeah, die, 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 yeah, die, die, yeah, die.
We'll continue on page 17 with Romamu, which you can find 3 lines from the bottom of the Hebrew.
Sorry, we are doing something a little different because we are without Jonathan this evening. Apologies, and we can't do that one on guitar. So we're going to do Shir Ladonai on page 13. Apologies, everyone. Shir Ladonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato. One more time. Shir Ladonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato. Sapru Bagoyim Kevodo, Bechol Ha'amim Neflechotav, Gadol Adonai, Umehulal Me'od, Norahu Al Kol Elohim. Shir Ladonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato. One more time, Shir Ladonai, Shir Ladonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato.
We turn to page 20 as we welcome, well, I was going to say the angels of Shabbat, but Lisa Erdberg told me, hi, Shabbat Shalom, Lisa, if you're out there, and everybody else who's out there. Lisa Erdberg said, really reminded me, Shalom Aleichem is about welcoming the angels of Shabbat. And Lecha Dodi is really about welcoming the Sabbath bride, this very special guest, into our midst. So we welcome our live guests and our spiritual guests to join us as we enter into 25 hours of a perfected world, which we call Shabbat. Page 20.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Allah, Pnei Shabbat. Kabbalat, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Kabbalat. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, Shemo tiferet ולתהילה. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Kabbalat. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, Kabbalat. Likrat Shabbat, לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה משפט תחילה. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Pnei Shabbat, נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי התעוררי כי בעורף קומי אורי 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 שדברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי כלה בואי כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה.
We remain standing for Baruch Hu on page 28 as we enter into our evening service.
Yada-dai-dai-dai, 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 yada-dai-dai-dai. ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד לעולם ועד ידאי-דאי-דאי-דאי 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 ידאי-דאי-דאי-דאי
We turn to page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
Amen. The next page, Ahavat Olam. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. אהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue together with Ve'ahavta on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
At this moment, we turn to page 39 and we'll read together as in our Torah story, the Israelites are preparing to go across the sea. This feels very present for us every week when we read these words and are reminded of our freedom. But on this particular week, we are kind of in sync with our ancestors of old. Please join with me. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
מי כמוך פעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורת תהילות עושה פלא, נורת תהילות עושה פלא, מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים. זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יי די די יי די 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yai dai 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 yada dai 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 yai dai 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 yada dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 die, 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 die. ונאמר כבד אדוני אל יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Now, Maddie unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, but she was wondering if she actually asked one of our amazing teen teachers, Barbie, Barbie, what's your last name? Barbie Camille, to come and sing our Hashkivenu prayer. Apparently Barbie has quite the voice, and did you used to sing back in LA? Yes. Still singing, and still here to join us. So she is actually going to share our Hashkivenu prayer with us this evening.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, ve'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Oh, Adonai, Amen, 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 Amen.
One more time, amen. Beautiful voice, Barbie. Thank you for sharing it with us. We'll have to get you back up here in future. Thank you again. Yasher Koach.
When we come together to pray and to share our lives, one of the things that we share is a blessing for healing for those in our community who are in need of wholeness. And so we turn to page 253 for words of Mishaberach as we ask God to bring a refuah shlema, a complete and speedy sense of wholeness to all of those for whom we pray tonight.
Misheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We pray for the wholeness of Tzur Miriam Bat Chana Moshe, Feivel Ben Sivia, Jim Blattner, Bob Fonero, Michael Gaines, Stephen Gerbsman, William Kurian, Gloria Rogan, Philip Rosenberg, Agnes Rothblatt, and others whom you mention now.
Sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We take a deep breath together and prepare for our own private prayers, even as we stand together as one minyan, one community. We were just, Jake Byron and I were downstairs preparing his Devar Torah, looking at that for his bar mitzvah, which saved the date, February 11th. It's coming right up. And we were talking about the word minyan, which to young people means small yellow creatures with big eyes. So we were talking about how actually minyan is really about community, a community of all of us together. So you can think of minions in here, or you can think of our minion in here, minyan. But we stand as individuals to pray our own prayers of our own hearts, even as we stand, all of us, like we do on Yom Kippur, to pray together. So please take a moment to set your intention, and we turn to page 46 for the Amidah. Please rise.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחייב, מצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. 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 ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ועושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו.
So many of you know that some of our teens just came back from Litaken. I'm going to let them explain what that is, an amazing program in Washington, D.C., where they got to see how they could change the world. And they started to do that. So I'm going to invite Jonathan, Emmanuel, and Caitlin. I don't know who's going to speak first. Caitlin's speaking first. Okay, so Caitlin was half of our amazing duo that led this trip and that brought the kids there for this incredible experience and brought them all home. So, so that's awesome. We're going to hear a little bit about that experience.
I'll just say one thing, which is that I didn't go. And I wanted to, but I was so excited to send Caitlin and Natalie with this group of teens, and I couldn't think of better people to send. But you're going to be really impressed with what you hear, and if you're not, you should talk to them later. Sometimes teens are better one-on-one. These guys got it. All right. Shabbat shalom.
Good evening. So for those who don't know, Letaken is a program held in Washington, D.C. I believe it's been going on for multiple weeks. So we were part of this last weekend's cohort of 200 or so. 400, was that the count they told you? Okay, about 400 young Jewish teens and their eager staff. Not all of them were eager, but we were. And we got there, we took a red eye, nobody slept. We won't do that again. And Friday, before we even checked in, this group of amazing young humans offered to help, offered to like do whatever they could to the for the organizers. Hadn't even checked in. They're like already helping. So proud. And yeah, I will let them share a bit more. We did a variety of things. We went to a couple of different museums. We went and did some advocacy work. We had some learning sessions, which were pretty good. Yeah, I'll maybe wrap it up. Who wants to go first? You guys. Whoever wants to start.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zach. I use he, they pronouns. And yes, I went to Letaken, organized by the RAC, the Religious Action Committee of Reform Judaism. And my group advocated Senator Feinstein and Representative Barbara Lee to co-sponsor a bill that would increase funding for mental health services in school. So if you want to write postcards, go for it. Overall, I had a great time visiting the museums, and now I'll pass it off to Asher.
Hi, I'm Asher. I was in the other group, so for our politicians, we lobbied about increasing the minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to $15 an hour nationwide. And I feel like Latakin was a really kind of important experience because it taught us a lot about not just like how the government works in theory, because we learned that in like third grade and stuff, but stuff about like how the government actually functions, like the culture of Washington and how bills move through the system. And I think that gave us a depth of knowledge that we wouldn't have had otherwise. And I think we'll all carry it going forwards. So it was a really powerful experience.
Hi, my name's Gabriel. I was in Asher's group. And for me, the most impactful experience in Litaken was meeting all these other Jewish teens from all around the U.S. And it was really powerful for me because, here in San Francisco, we really only see, people who live on the West Coast. I mean, some people move here, but it's a very very insular experience. So it was very interesting to meet people from all over the place who had totally different experiences from me. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dahlia Kelly. I was also with Zach's group, and we supported the Mental Health Services for Students Act. And something I think I gained out of this is, although the information isn't specifically Jewish, they intertwine Jewish values really well with all the lessons. So when we were lobbying, we were able to talk about Misha Berach and how we pray for not just the healing of body, but the healing of our spirit. And I thought that was a very unique experience to learn not just about the social action, but the Jewish values that relate to it.
So I just want to thank the young people who are here tonight for sharing what they shared about the experience. And I will definitely take you anywhere around the world again. Yeah, that was such a fun experience. And as a Sherith youth myself, it's been so beautiful, so many Lador Vador moments to witness these young people growing up into just like the best global citizens. So, Shabbat Shalom.
Jonathan and I were talking a little bit earlier about how amazing it was that these guys got to see all of these incredible opportunities for themselves as adults and ways that they could change the world, just as we find ourselves in these Torah portions about exiting slavery to freedom. And just as our ancestors were going from a place of slavery and no choices, they go out through the Red Sea to a place of freedom, of building a world that they believe in, of building a community that reflects. It takes time, and we're still working on it. But ideally, when we gain our freedom, we have the opportunity to build a world that reflects our values and what we want to see in the world. So as you guys return home to us for Shabbat on this week, when we are learning about what it means to be a free people, to free others, and to help others, it's extraordinary to hear from all of you and to know what happened there was the beginning of your sort of adult journey into building a free world. So thank you for all that you did. Anything else you want to add? Yeah. It just has to be super loud because
Deeply caring individuals
loud, loud,
One
loud.
thing I'll add, a little novice. This group apparently was so like magnetic that they actually brought in kids from other communities who like wanted to hang out and sort of like soak up that San Francisco energy. So what an amazing community we are and that we bring to the rest of the country. I was very proud of that.
Awesome to be. Oh, sorry. Definitely. To be, well, and to be with hundreds of kids together and seeing the impact. I'll tell you guys, because I was just telling them this kind of funny story about what Jonathan just said. Do you all know Jonathan Emmanuel, our education director? That's him right there. So I just have to say that throughout the weekend, Natalie, who was the other co-leader of this cohort, kept texting me. She wanted me to know exactly where they were every minute so that I could participate from a distance. And she sent me all these wonderful pictures, and I got to see you guys, dressed up in your like fancy lobbying clothes and all that. And Natalie sent me a picture that had a whole bunch of kids in it. And so I looked through and I thought, oh, I remember, this bar mitzvah and that bar mitzvah and this family. And as I'm looking through this whole picture, there's this one kid in front. And I'm like, oh man, I just don't remember this bar mitzvah. I don't know. I don't even know whose kid this is. I don't know. And I was racking my brain. And finally I texted Natalie and I said, the group looks great, but Natalie, what's the name of the kid in front? Like, I'm feeling like a horrible rabbi. And she says, oh, it's a kid from another group who thought we were so cool. I suddenly felt so much better. It wasn't one of mine, but all of these kids joined our kids because this really is a great group of young people. And so we're really proud of you guys and really happy that you're all home. Nobody went to jail. Nobody went to the hospital. And that's awesome. Nobody did any of those things that I know of, so it's all good.
How many total did we have? How many teens went along? 8. Excellent. Good number.
Yeah, it was great. So that leads us right into Shehechianu, which we have the opportunity to say when we come together, as we are grateful for so many wonderful things that happen in our community. What else has happened in the last week that we want to let each other know about? Peter, is there a microphone, I think, that's been going around for... Oh, somebody has it. Oh, it's a standing mic. Okay. Is there anything that people want to announce for Shehechianu, something wonderful that happened? A simcha? Nothing at all? Coming together?
Yes, Ruth, please.
I was privileged to spend the afternoon baking challahs with a senior from Jewish Community High School who was baking challahs for our Chesed program.
Amazing.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Amazing. Yes. Please, Denise.
I have 2 boys with me tonight.
Aww.
It makes me happy. What can I say?
One's stuck in the back with the, with the cameras. But he's with us. Hi, Zach. Anyone else?
That's awesome.
Eric, another one?
Yeah, just my lessons today went really well. There was just some beautiful, beautiful classroom energy and lessons and learning, and it was just lovely. It was a good day of teaching.
Okay.
Nice.
you gotta remember the good ones.
No small thing. That's awesome. Anybody else?
Amazing.
That's a lot of good stuff that happened in the last week. I want to invite you all to stand as we thank God for giving us life and sustaining us and enabling us to reach this time together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen.
We turn to page 282 for Aleinu, which means it is upon us. And you guys have reminded us that it is upon us to build a world that we're proud of, a world where everybody shares in freedom and joy and opportunity. Page 282.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו בכל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We turn to page 295. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. On this Shabbat, if you are observing Shiva or Shloshim, the first 7 or 30 days of mourning, please stand and share a name with us.
Beth Abrams.
Please remain standing. We remember also in our community Bob Epstein. Many of you may have known Bob. He was a regular in Torah study and Shabbat morning services, and we learned of his death, which took place a few weeks ago, just this week. So we add his name to our Shloshim list. If you're observing the first year of mourning, please stand and share a name with us.
My sister Jody Theodore. Ross Schaff. Jean Reese. Daryl Hagen.
We also remember for the first year of mourning our Rabbi Emeritus, Rabbi Martin Wiener. The perpetual memorial in our congregation is Joseph Sattler. The Yartzeit death anniversaries on this Shabbat are, if I read your loved one's name, please stand. June Al-Hadef, Mayor Jack Alpert, Tony Bartel, Alfred Breslauer, Lila Cohen, Faye Doherty, Bessie Feingold, Jesse Fox, Max Gallant, Sadie Garfinkel, Beth Greenberg, Evelyn Igdaloff, Michael Igdaloff, Barbara Isaacson, Rabbi Joseph Karasik, Judith Clutter, Michael Lenvin, Irving Levine, Anna Mervis, Joanne Oswald, Robert Paget, Lawrence Prusner, Harry Pryweller, Joseph Salinger, Jim Sasaki, Rose Schumann, James Schwartz, Irving Shore, Arthur Silverstein, Alexi Smotkin, Abby Arlene Verbin, Lila Wagman, Frida Young, Mamie Euro, Raina Abadera Zimmerman. If there are other Yartzeits on the Shabbat, please stand and share a name with us as well. We stand together with our mourners as one community and turn to Kaddish Yatom on page 294. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon ve'yamechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'amei almaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vita dar, vita le, vita lal, shmei de kutsha brichu. Ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, tamiran be'alma ve'imru, amen. Yehei shlam araba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to mourners everywhere. And we say together, amen. Please be seated. A few announcements. First of all is from the best dressed human in this room. Best dressed human, will you please stand? Thank you very much. Come on up. Show it off, best dressed human. It's pretty spectacular, I have to say. While you're standing, best dressed human, will you ever in the world, in the history of the planet, will you say something about our oneg tonight, please? Mike.
Turn it on? No.
It's on.
Originally, this was going to be in October for my mother's yahrzeit. And even though Nancy's mother's yahrzeit is today, we wanted to celebrate some more positive things as we are into a new calendar year. And I am fully recovered from my second knee surgery. And thanks to all of your perseverance. And we're celebrating our anniversary this month. And we have two very big birthdays coming up this year, 30 and 35. And, we just want to celebrate and share it. So we're having good food. Chopped liver, trout salad, rye bread, rogalach. You hungry?
So you have good taste in things other than clothing, too. It's excellent. So please join us for the oneg sponsored by Monica and Nancy in the foyer following services. Tomorrow morning, 9:15, Torah study with our rabbinic intern, George Altschuler, on Zoom. Please join in a lively conversation. Lots of other things on your leaflet, but I just want to point out, would you like to say something about next Friday night? Is that great? Leslie Rabin is going to tell us something about Refugee Shabbat, which we have the privilege to observe again next Friday.
So I just want to say that Jessica is also my rabbi, and next Friday night there will also be good food. And we have the delight of having two refugees from Ukraine, Kate Halab and Alexander Zemlyachenko, who used to be Katerina Halab and Oleksandr Zemlyachenko. They're going to talk about how they and their families got out of Ukraine, what it was like, what's going on in Ukraine, and what it is like to be an immigrant here in California. And our own Tatiana Kirshner is going to introduce them and talk about and relate their story to Hayas, the work of Hayas, and Jewish values, and the Parsha.
And this is a nationally sponsored Shabbat, right? Communities all over the country are observing refugee Shabbat for awareness and education and Jewish framework. So thank you so much to our wonderful social action folks who have helped to put this together. We're really looking forward to hearing from them, and I don't know how even you figured out how to pronounce this man's last name, but I'm very impressed. I'm going to work on it this week. Tu B'Shvat, the New Year of the Trees. We're going to be celebrating together on Sunday, February 5th at 11 o'clock in Newman Hall with the wonderful Isaac Zones, who is a fantastic family musician, lots of energy. I think living in San Francisco, this is a particularly wonderful holiday for us because at the time of Tu B'Shvat, which celebrates the almond blossoms in the land of Israel, we too have cherry blossoms coming out all over the city, and it feels very much like our holiday here. Other wonderful things going on, and I will point out the Lunch and Learn, which we're now calling Nash and Learn, for those in the know. Naschen Schmoo. I can't say that. No. Naschen Schmoo. No, I can't say that. We'll call it Naschen. I don't know. It's going to be really fun. I heard it was really fun with the cantor last week. It's going to be really fun again on February 16th. It's open to all members of the congregation, and it's free, but you must RSVP. Is the RSVP link up yet? Yes. Okay, great. Please RSVP as soon as you can. Food, delicious. Conversation, fantastic. And company, excellent. And a new Baal Tekiah affinity group, which is starting with our Baal Tekiah, the person who blows shofar for us. Maurice Kamens, he's been trying to retire for so long, and he wants to train other people. So he's on it, beginning Sunday, February 19th. It's really cool if you want to learn this amazing skill. I personally am incapable of doing this, so I am looking forward to lots of great shofar blowers. among them my tiny children who just picked up the shofar and made a great sound. Any other announcements?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We will join together in Kiddush and Motzi. I didn't have a minute for Facebook, so I have no idea what hides under this hollow cover. Do you want to tell us? Well, we can. We can. Oh, yeah, we can wait. We can wait. Something exciting under there. We will turn to page 5 for Kiddush and stand as we join with the cantor.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'vratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון. הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. Amen. L'chaim. All right. Do you want to come up? Yeah, please take the mic. What? All right.
Okay. Well, as some people know, there's a little football game on tomorrow. Sunday. And since I know it's near and dear to at least one congregant here, and also a couple members of my family, I was going to make a football. It didn't work as well as a football. But then I realized it's also International Holocaust Memorial Day. So I did a memorial candle as well. But it's still
Beautiful.
in 49er colors. What can I say?
Okay, multi-purpose challah, excellent.
You have to use your imagination on the
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Delicious. No, Jonathan is unfortunately not here this evening. We're going to finish with Od Yavo on page 353. Usually the intro is playing while I'm chewing, so just give me a minute. Chewy challah. Very good though. 1 second. Here we go. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
Thank you to Peter and Zach and Alan and David and Nicole and everybody. Corey was out there. I saw him just a minute ago. Thanks to everybody who helped us create a beautiful service tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. How you doing?